כל השונה הלכות בכל יום מובטח לו שהוא בנורא בעזרת השם. Welcome to Yeshivat Shalom Bayit, where you leave your house, you come to learn, you have a lot of Shalom Bayit בעזרת השם. Mitzvah number 77 today is, and the shiur is sponsored לנשמת יחזקאל נתנאל בן הרב אבישי הלוי שליט"א בעזרת השם. רפואה שלמה לכל עמו ישראל ובכללם לחיי בת לאה. So first mitzvah, we want to make a little correction yesterday from the mitzvah number 77. We said yesterday that once the majority was reached, let's say those 12 judges said guilty and 11 judges said not guilty. So I made a mistake when I told you that one of the 11 judges wants to change his mind. He has to bring proof, like a strong proof why he's not doing it because of the majority. The mistake was the mitzvah number 77 actually prohibits. Once the tally was taken, once the vote was taken, and 11 judges decided that this person is innocent party, therefore mitzvah number comes in. Now mitzvah number 77 kicks in and says a judge, right? Anytime when it comes to the name of nefashot, once the judge stood up, again, in those days, it was not just like, it's like exactly like the Supreme Court today in America, right? They make a ruling, and then before they can't just make a ruling. They have to give you a written opinion, right? There is a dissenting opinion, there is the successful opinion, whatever, but it has to be a ruling, has to come with an opinion. So now, this 11 judges, they made an opinion, they said this guy is innocent, and explained why. So the halacha mitzvah number 70 says the writer, it's a sur for this judge now who made an innocent claim to change his mind. The one that found him guilty, they're always open to change their mind. Ad kedei kach, if we ruled yesterday, let's say 20 judges said guilty and 3 judges said innocent, yesterday 20 judges, we tell every judge go to sleep on it. We never seal the sack until the next day. And the reason being is that Be'ezrat Hashem, we're always hopeful that those 20 judges will maybe find a favor. The whole concept, obviously, in the Torah is to find a favor. Lo chafetz b'mot harasha. We don't want the rasha to die. That's the way Hashem is. But if there is innocence, it has to be 1,000% guilty. There is not a iota, not even a nuance of doubt. Again, Rabbi Yitzchak over here, the tzaddik, Baruch Hashem, we learn with him Gemara in the afternoon with Makot. He's very takif because you have to be strict. It's true you have to be strict, and the judges shouldn't be strict when it comes to the goyim or in any sense situation. Especially if we say a boy steals a toothpick, he has to be murdered. It's a avera. By them, he's not allowed to steal at all, not even nothing. A Jew steals, we have to tell him to pay for it. By the goy, we said once the goy starts stealing, it's the end of the world. That's how the great flood happened. Because once that's it, that's the halacha. You can't play with this. However, Rabbi Yitzchak, what I'm trying to impress on you is that it's not off. The Beit Din is obligated to find any excuse to not to punish. The Beit Din, find anything.
I mean, they're not bad people. They're not out to get you, so to speak.
Right. HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes care of the world.
Yeah, it's not our job.
That's right. We're not here to implement, be police officers of the world. This is a lot of problem with a lot of Rabbonim, I don't want to say the word Rabbonim even, people with beards. They want to talk Torah, and they think they speak so elegantly. And the problem is they're abusing the Torah. They think it's a book of dictatorship. You must do this, and you must do this, and if you don't do like this, forget it. Today they found a new tactic. They're never going to tell you that if you do this, it's going to be punished. Right? They're not going to come out harsh, but if you want to be part of my society, you have to do this. If not, we'll excommunicate you. We're going to smile at you and just get out of here. We're going to make sure you're going to get out of here. And this is vicious, more than a serpent. That's the Nachash. Look at the old Mishleba talking about this kind of people. But most people today are opting what? They what's his name? They don't want to go head on, so they will weasel you out of here. But in reality, that's the most harshest thing. But the problem is the Torah is used as a dictatorship tool. It's not.
And a scare
You're not. No, a scare tactic I have no problem with. as long as it's true. But you're not supposed to tell people, if you don't follow me, this is what's going to happen. Right? No such a thing. No such a thing. It's Mishnah says, don't say everybody must follow what I say. Chas v'shalom. You're not supposed to follow what I say. As an educator, Baruch Hashem, I tell people, I'm supposed to educate you. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. And we today learn in the Gemara, when I educate you, if I see that it's not elevating to my level that I want you to, don't blame them. It's my fault. Gemara says you're supposed to daven for the people. Don't look outside. I'm Shomer Shabbat and nobody Shomer Shabbat. It's their fault. No, it's your fault. You're not davening for them. Don't excommunicate people. So here, I don't know how we get off of this. The judges, the same thing. The judges, they go to sleep at night. The judges who say he's guilty has to say to Hashem, "Oy boy, tomorrow we're going to kill this guy." Hashem, help us. Hashem, help us. Again, that's what the Gemara is talking about constantly. When you see this problem, the end result, like we said, stealing or chas v'shalom, and the problems come because of stealing. The problem comes because of azay panim, because people are brazen. No, it's because the end result, what? The Gemara ends off, daven. That's right. Daven, and that's what the judges do. The 20 judges that found them guilty, daven to Hashem, and Hashem should reveal to you, maybe you are wrong somewhere. And you should not find this guy guilty. But again, Rabbi Tzik, that's not to say that he's empty. Hashem is going to take care of it. Don't worry. There's a plan. Mitzvah 77. שלא ילמד חובה מי שילמד זכות תחילה לבדין דין נפשות. שלא ילך אחד מן הדיינים אחר דעת דיין אחד הגדול. Again, very much, this is a nature. Everybody is always trying to find favor in the by who's the leading, right? A person who's in charge, you want to make sure he likes you. You want to make sure that he doesn't say a bad word about you. You make sure, right? Like Rabbi Aris, a big tzaddik, Mr. Aris, he calls himself, big tzaddik, mamash. He was my neighbor. He doesn't feel good. Maybe I don't know what's going on now. But when I left, he was already not here. He was very, very weak, but he taught me something out of this world. He says, Avram, I say, yeah, Rabbi. He says, Schar bechai alma leika. In this world, if you want to get a reward, you must lick people's, you know what? that's the Gemara. You must lick people. Chas v'shalom. A judge should not go just because a Gadol paskin, because Rabban Gamliel said one thing. Rabbi Yeshua says, I understand, but that's not what I accept from my rabbis. We follow what the rabbi said. Afilo achar da'at harov, or especially we said yesterday, going after the multitudes. Atzad she'eminu she'emineu lechiyuv or lezikui mibli she'yeh hadavar muvan etzlo misechlo. So again, this is talking about right now. Again, he's mentioning before the rendering opinions. The person should not change his opinion according to the people's other thoughts, or because, like I said, there's he thinks to himself, oh, look, the other side has more people. But let's say this happened before the opinion, right? So maybe he'll be swayed to change his opinion now when he writes the opinion down. No, chas v'shalom. You have your own opinion, and that's what Torah. That's the beauty about the Torah.
Don't follow the way.
This generation is completely corrupted. They tell us you must listen to a rabbi. Whatever the rabbi says. What? Since when? When you ask people, and what they say? Well, Rashi says it. The rabbi says black is white. You say it's white. Or the rabbi says it's white, it's black. No, that's not what Rashi says. Look again at the Rashi. If you don't know how to learn Rashi, it's not my fault. The Rashi says, when you come to a rabbi, when you ask the shvaila, if he told you black is white, it's white. But if you didn't ask the shvaila, a rabbi gets up in the pulpit just because he has a pulpit. I'm telling you, you should all do X, Y, and Z. I didn't ask you. What does that mean? I have to do what you say. And if you don't, you're apikoros. And if you ask me a question, you're apikoros. And if you this, and if you this, and if you that, that's how you know it's not a true Torah. It's not a true Torah. Torah is a rabbi. If you have a pulpit, you're supposed to teach people. You make an opinion, you make your opinion written, you make an opinion in the voice and the audio, and let people decide what to do. But everybody is bad if you don't listen to me. Everybody is rasha if you don't listen to me. Everybody is apikoros. The first thing is apikoros. You don't know how to learn. You don't know this. Rabbi Sofer, how can you say this? Of course, this God knows everything you know. Who said? Even if he does. I have my opinion. You could do whatever you want. Did I tell you to do what I say? Chas v'shalom, do whatever you want. Chas v'shalom. And this is what exactly we're talking about. Judges, like Rabbi Aaron said just now, you have to have your opinion. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created you. Just like the faces are changed in the world, that's how the opinions are changed. Right? I tell people, you have to understand, in the Torah, I love this. I mean, I hate it, but I love it, that how, to what extent people go. Every question's 42 million answers. Your baby is asking you a question. To that question, there's 42 million different answers from the Torah. And people, I don't understand, I don't think people even grasp it, what that means. But it's so easy. We could say, your pirush is not good. Your explanation is not good. Your answer is not good. Who told you? You have your opinion. There's 42 million different opinions on why there is the Torah starts with bet. 42 million different opinions. And if you don't believe it, you're Apikoros. Now I can tell you Apikoros. Because the Torah tells you clearly, 600,000 men, 70 different opinions on everything. That's what the Har Mahar Sinai. So that means there's 42 million different opinions of everything. Every question you could come up with. And the beautiful thing is, a real rabbi is supposed to teach more in order to get people to open up and come out. Because every person is brought down to this neshama. Everyone has his own chelik. Everyone has his own message. So that's what we're stressing here on the judges. Be very careful. You are here independent. You're going to lose the job. They're not going to pay you. The Knesset is, Bibi is going to get elected. You're not going to get the job. I don't care about the job. Like I said in the morning, who cares about Olam Haba? We don't do nothing here for Olam Haba. We do here because it's good for Am Israel. It's good for the next person. I'm here to make sure the other person is happy. And I'm not here, and Chas v'shalom should be harming people. So if I get away with it, then it's okay. It's not. It's not. וכמו כן, נכלל בו אין פותחין בדיני נפשות לחובה. Also, so he says, one of the rules over here is very important to point out, that when they start the session of judging of anything, a person in Chalal Shabbat, the person did anything with the nefashot, always point out the innocence first. So I guess, I don't know how they do it. If you have 23 judges sitting, they'll be asking a question. Anybody has anything positive to say? And if don't, we have a problem.
People that are being judged.
The person that's being judged, 23 judges that's sitting around, they always have to say the good thing, why he's not innocent first. That's what he says. Oh yeah. But yesterday we learned. What did we learn yesterday? If you remember in the morning, we said yesterday that if you remember, the 23 judges, they saw a murderer, right? They said it happened to be. Somehow, I don't know, maybe they were sitting in the Beit Din and they see this guy murdered, right? Right in front of them. Okay? So it says over there, the Beit Din that saw a crime has to go to a different Beit Din. So this old 23 judges, now because they're already fakrumt, they already have their mind set, they cannot be changed. So they have to go to the 23 judges of the other Beit Din. And they're not going to judge the case themselves. We learned yesterday in Masechta Makot.
That's in the case that they say that guilty.
No. When they saw, what are you going to say?
They saw it.
Right in front of them. The guy gets up, one of the Livgin, right? Again, so the question is over there, a cow, an ox gore somebody. So to declare ox to be killed, you also need judges 23. Anything in the Fashot. Right? You're going to kill an animal. What is that? So over there, while they were discussing, one of the litigants got up with a shachita knife. Let me show you what I do with cows. Kill the guy. What are you going to do? Now what is 23 judges going to do? Okay, so they're not allowed to judge the case until they go to the next division. Okay, now, והעובר הזה ולא רצה ללמד בדין מה שרואה בדעתו וסומך על חבריו, if a judge, exactly at this situation, where he heard out all the opinions from his friends, and now he doesn't want to make his opinion loud and clear because he's afraid of being mocked or being, has v'shalom, put down or lose his position in the Knesset or in the whatever. So now what happens is, or a judge who said he's guilty and now he's afraid to change his mind because of pressure of Rabbim. You don't get lashes, but the Avera is great. As we said in the Torah, we learned many times over here that Avera of Mitzvah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu told you over here, don't do something even though there is no Maaseh. Let's talk about talking. The sin is grave, and the worst thing in the Torah if the Torah doesn't outline to you what is the punishment. Because over there, then the Gemara outlines to you, and we already learned one time that the Gemara over there in Rosh Hashanah Yud Dalet says somebody doesn't put on tefillin because he doesn't want to put on tefillin. His punishment is worse than a person who rapes and murders and does all the avodah zarah. Over there, the punishment is unfortunately very grave. Okay, look in the Rosh Hashanah. Ayin Chet, we said, what about following majority? Right? Till now we said don't follow the majority. Over here it's talking about different. Mitzvah hatiyah acharei rabbim. So now we said yesterday if you have 12 say guilty, 11 say innocent, you cannot. You need what's his name? You need 2 at least to find guilty. So that means you have to restart the case until you get 13 guilty, or even now this is the mitzvah at 78. You need 12 innocent and 11 guilty to find innocent. Remember, because that's the whole point. And Rabbi Yitzchak says, wait a minute.
For innocent work, but for guilty it doesn't work.
Right. But for innocence, even 12 is enough. And that's the halakha. Lintod acharei rabbim. Remember, if he's guilty, Hashem will take care of him. It's not our job. If he's guilty, whatever it is, he misled the court. The court was misled by false witnesses. Whatever the case was, Hashem is on top. We have to remember that always. This is the first rule. You'll never be upset. Guaranteed. Okay. He gets very upset. Very emotional. Baruch Hashem, tzaddik, that's the Shema Israel. The Shema Israel, Baruch Hashem. Lintod acharei rabbim, that we have a mitzvah, כשהוא כשיכפול מחלוקת בין החכמים בדין מדינת התורה כולה, וכמו כן בדין פרטי. This is in any case, any scenario, not just nefashot. In any way, this is how we do. That's why we have always an uneven number of judges. 3. If the 3 cannot come to a solution, what do we do it? 5. If 5 can't come to a solution, it's 7, and it goes up all the way to 71. Oh, it always has to go up by 2 in order to off-balance this, not to make it even number. שתהיה מחלוקת בין דייני עירם שקצתם דיני לחייב וקצתם לפטור, לנטות אחרי הרוב לעולם שנאמר, and you have to always go according to the majority, even by 1 in innocent cases. It says over there like this, in Shmot Chav Gimel, bet acharei rabbim lehatot. Over there it says now to go over the rabbim. So in one case it says don't go with the majority, and one case says go with the majority. So obviously, if you're going to learn the Torah by yourself, if you're going to be one of those people who look at the Torah and don't look at anybody else, I love those people. We only learn Torah. We follow Torah. We always follow Torah, right? And you don't understand nothing. If you learn Torah, and it's such a funny thing, these people, we only follow Torah, and yet they're telling you explanations of the Torah according to many times Chazal. But they choose. Now they pick and choose. So over here, it says in the Torah, on one side, it's don't go after the majority. On the other says, go with the majority. So what they will tell you? They'll tell you, oh, if you're sitting in a shul and everybody is religious, don't be ultra-religious. Don't be ultra-religious. They'll tell you that. There's a lot of people like that.
The same as,
no, there's no. It says they'll quote you the Gemara that you should not be foresh min hatzibur when you're in the community. Don't be too religious. Be exactly like everybody else, right? But then, what do they tell you? When you are in the street, you have to be exactly like a goyim. Why you have to be like a goyim? The majority are not Jewish. So the people are totally fakrum. Why? Because they're not learning Torah. ובחירת רוב זה לפי הדומה הוא, וששני הכיתות החלוקות ידועות בחוכמת התורה בשווה. Obviously we're talking about that majorities that we're discussing, it's not just 12 juries in American court. 12 juries, this guys, I'm telling you, if you're a jury, the only reason you're a jury because you're not too smart to get away with it. So that means we have people there who are not smart at all, who don't know anything, and now they're going to decide a person's fate. You understand what's going on here? 12 people who don't know anything from anything. They didn't even know how to get away from jury. They can't even get away from jury. Now they're going to decide a person's fate. Right now, the famous case, pay $1 billion. Why? Because on your television you said that the whole thing is fake and made up by the government. And now the parents of the children got phone calls, and these 12 jurors decided that we should pay $1 billion because these parents of 16, 17 kids were harassed by a phone. Nobody was killed. Nobody was harmed. And even if they were killed, and even if they were harmed, it's not his fault. What do you mean? He has an opinion. You're not allowed to have your opinion? Be quiet. You can't have your opinion because you're on television. What? He's not even on television. You have to pay to watch the guy. You know that, right? The people have to pay to watch the guy. So people can go, he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer. But here, in which state? The state of Texas. That's why they did it in the state of Texas. It's a free state. $1 billion he has to pay penalty because his mouth spoke not nice things. This is what we have 12 jurors do. People who are totally engrossed in themselves. Now they're part of a jury. Oh, this is a famous case. Now the whole world is going to talk about this case. Let's find them guilty. So we're going to get a talk show. We're going to get a movie out of this. Somebody's going to pay us money. So this is what's in the mind of this Rashaim. And this 12 people will be judging cases? What are we talking about? Where does this come from? This is not for sure from the Torah. The Chacham says over here, we have to know it's talking about people who are milumadim in the Torah, who are engrossed in the Torah, who know every nuance of the Torah. Only they're allowed to judge. And even there, the Torah is so strict with them. Like now, the last 3-4 mitzvot is telling us, be very careful, because we know you have emotions. You are personally involved in something, chas v'shalom. That's what I tell you today. What's shayach to us? A parent. The best thing is the parent. Serious. We always do that, no, Terry? How many times you take one's daughter's side over the other?
Always.
Tell me the truth.
Always.
Ay. That's why Baruch Hashem say, thank you, you came today. You're going to stop doing it from now on.
Daughter over the son for sure.
Huh?
Daughter over the son for sure.
Yeah. So daughters are always right, huh? Yeah, he's political correctness. Baruch Hashem, they don't see you in the video. You can say the truth. I said your name.
Exactly.
נוהגת בכל מקום ובכל זמן. This mitzvah is for everybody, בזכרים ובנקבות, ועובר עליהם ולא נטע אחריהם, ביטל עשה ועונשו גדול מאוד. Here also, a person did not went with innocence, meaning the Beit Din enacted. He had 12 found innocent and 11 guilty. The Av Beit Din for some reason decided, okay, we're going to restart the case. Not enough for me. I'm telling you, he's on the other side. So he decides to push the case to make it guilty, or whatever it is. However, he is chas v'shalom transgressing, and his sin is grave, and his punishment is even greater. Have a wonderful day. Please do me a favor, gentlemen, and everybody here on the YouTube. Umodeh ve'ozev. Please tell your wives, thank you for letting you stay and learn Torah today. Please do me a favor. Every time, say, you come home, honey, or send her a text. Thank you for allowing me, helping me, not allowing. Don't use the word allowing. Don't say the word allowing. For helping me and assisting me so I could learn Torah and you taking care of the household needs.